Good evening. Excuse me. On behalf of Life After Loss, Andre, I welcome each of you with open hearts. Today we stand together as survivors, as family, and as a community, bound by love, remembrance, and resilience. Your presence here is not only a testament to the lives we honor, but also to the strength we carry in one another. We want to acknowledge the courage of survivors, the enduring love of families, and the compassion of this community. Each of you is important in the part of this healing space. Our purpose is clear: to honor the memory of those we have lost, to support those who grieve, and to create a path toward healing and empowerment. Our mission is to provide a place where pain is met with compassion, where sorrow is shared and carried together, and where hope can be nurtured even in the midst of loss. As we move forward in this time together, let us hold tightly to the truth that none of us walks this journey alone. We are united in remembrance. We are stronger when we stand side by side. Again, I welcome each and every one of you. And at this time, we're starting a little behind, I'm going to, it's Noah, have special remarks from Trustee Noah Burrows, and Whitaker?
Yes.
And Trustee Whitaker.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Today is a day where I try to look back and we're all here for a specific reason, but I try to make the purpose a positive one and remembering the positives of the people that we lost. And so for me, today is always a day of, as the day is stated, as a day of remembrance. Remembering all the positive things and continuing to live throughout those positive things as if we are living through the people that we lost are living through us. And so for that, I'd always just say, live positive, think positive, and continue to grow and live the spirit of the person that we left behind. Thank you.
Good evening. So tonight, we gathered to this place for this occasion as we remember not only those who have lost their lives to violence, but to the family and friends who remain, that bear the pain and the agony of losing a loved one. And so I stand tonight as a family member a surviving family member. In the year of 1989, on a Friday night, my nephew, 22 years old, he called me and said, "Uncle, I'm going to a party in Brooklyn." And I said, "Where?" He gave me the address. We speak every day. On Saturday, I called, I didn't reach him. On Sunday, after church, I called, I didn't reach him. So Sunday night, I went by his apartment. He's grown, and at that age, they go and come as they please. I have keys to the apartment. So I didn't go in. On Monday morning, I went to the apartment. And I noticed that everything that was the way it was on Friday was the same on Monday. I began to call around to the hospitals to see if they had a John Doe. He had gold in his mouth, and it was very distinctive. So when I called Kings County, I asked for a John Doe. And they said, "We have so many." I said, "But do you have a young man that have gold in his mouth that says Polo?" And they said, "Please come in." I dropped the phone. I ran outside of his apartment. My sister, his mother, lived in the next block. She wasn't home. I waited in front of her house. She was walking down the street, and when she saw me, she just started screaming, "No, no, no." And I said, "Yes." She said, I can't. I went to Kings County. And then they were still allowing you, they weren't just showing a picture, they would allow you to come in. And I came in, and they opened the drawer, and there was my nephew that I literally raised from birth. So tonight, I am not here out of obligation. I am here to join in with those of you who have suffered loss and violence. It hurts. It still hurts. But I join with you in solidarity to know that we are in this together. And violence must stop. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I am Trustee Tanya Carter, and I did prepare a little something along with a little story because we all have memories of someone that was lost due to violence. We gather here tonight to honor the National Day of Remembrance for murdered victims. This day serves as a solemn reminder of the lives lost to violence, and we remember our loved ones with deep respect and compassion. We stand in solidarity with the families and communities affected, and we affirm our commitment to justice, healing, and prevention. Let us keep their memories alive and work towards a world free from violence. I too have someone that was very close to me at our church. Like most churches, we're family, and I was raised in this community, and it was in Uniondale. We were going to Smith Street Park, and someone, a family friend that I still remember, said we were going to have choir rehearsal, but he was going to the park to play ball and then meet us there. He never made it to rehearsal because there was a shooting, and it was his life that was lost. And to this moment, I'm still in shock that our choir member, our brother, our friend, was the one that was shot. I was with his daughter a month ago, and her son, who looks exactly like my friend who was lost. I stand with you. I stand with each and every family member, praying for each and every one of you that has to remember
the memories that are no longer here. I pray that those memories leave a smile on your face, but let's know that we have one another to talk to be here. We're here today for the memories of those lost ones. I stand with you.
Thank you, trustees. Very touching. At this time, I'm going to ask, we have Nora Duran here from the Office of Victims Advocate. If she will come up and speak on the organization, her agency, and the work that she does with families.
Thank you, Stephanie. 18 years ago today, Congress designated this day as a time to remember the victims of murder. But as survivors of homicide, you know all too well, there is no day that goes by without remembering. County Executive Bruce A. Blakeman and the Nassau County Office of Crime Victim Advocate remember with you, not just today, but every day. While we may never fully understand the weight of your loss, we show up for this work with a deep awareness that you, the survivor, should not be the only ones carrying the memory. That is why in 2020, the Nassau County Legislature established our office to ensure the victims and survivors of crime have the support they need and deserve. Today, we gather with you to offer our continued support and to remind you, you are seen, you are not alone, your loved ones are not forgotten. If at any point you feel isolated or overwhelmed, we urge you to reach out to us. While we cannot bring your loved ones back, we can listen, we can walk with you, we can connect you with resources like community-based organizations such as Life After Loss Andre, county services, liaison with police department, court accompaniment, and guidance with the New York State compensation application, which helps to pay for expenses related to the victimization. Our collaboration with Life After Loss Andre has helped so many families receive the peer and victim advocate support they need after enduring such unimaginable pain. We are grateful to Stephanie and George for welcoming us tonight and allowing us to hold space with you all as you honor your loved ones and remember all those lost to violence around the world. On behalf of the County Executive, Bruce Blakeman, we thank you for allowing us to stand with you tonight. We are committed to walking alongside you, not just today, but every day. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Nora. Life After Loss started in 2017. I lost my son in 2014, first day of the year, January 1st, 2014, senseless gun violence. Spiraled out of control for 3 years. There wasn't an Office of Victims Advocate at that time, and deciding to advocate for myself and to advocate for families who unfortunately have to go through this tragedy. I met wonderful people, and it's so unfortunate how we became family. I run a support group, and the people who are the families who attend this support group have become more than just family to me. There is so much love, there's hurt, there's pain, there's laughter, and sharing the hurt that we're going through, knowing that we're not alone. It's so important to be able to speak about your grief, and because this is a life sentence for us. This pain doesn't go away. We walk with it day by day, but there's no way around grief. You know, we unfortunately have to go through it in order to start the healing process. The next person that I'm calling up, Lori. Lori is very special. I met her and we have become like one. And she is going to share her story. Welcome, Lori Gorbelski.
National Remembrance Day was established to provide an opportunity for people to honor memories of murder victims and to recognize the profound impact these losses have had on family members. Scott and I lost our son, but my children lost their brother. To lose a sibling is one of the most painful losses, and yet grieving for a sibling is not always acknowledged. I found the following passage and it resonated with me deeply. It is for all those who have lost their brother or sister to violence, especially for my children, Brandon, Andrew, and Lindsay, who lost their brother Evan. Siblings are sometimes called the forgotten grievers, not because their grief is any less, but because it's often less acknowledged. When a sibling dies, the world tends to focus on the parent's loss. But the sibling who remains is grieving too, deeply, silently. They've lost someone who was meant to be beside them for their whole life. A shared childhood, inside jokes, memories only they understand. Someone to grow old with, to reminisce with, to lean on when the rest of the world doesn't quite get it. A sibling is supposed to be the longest relationship you have, from the moment you were born to the very end. When that bond is broken, it leaves a hole that can't be filled. It's not just losing a sibling, it's losing a piece of your past and the future you imagine together. To all the siblings grieving quietly in the background, your pain is real, your love matters, and your loss deserves to be seen. I want my children to know that I understand your pain. I hear you, I see you, I will always be here for you. I hope and pray that Evan is watching over you. He loved you so very much.
Time we open the floor up for survivors who would like to come up and share their stories, share some words.
Hello, my name is Yolanda. I lost my son Matthew Gilway on February 18, 2019. He was 28 years old. He was murdered on Terrace Avenue in Hempstead. Today, my son been gone 2,411 days, 6 years, 7 months, and 7 days. Every day when I wake up and I go to have breakfast, I see that my table is empty. Every holiday he comes, and he's missing from the table. You know, he was robbed of his youth. He has 2 kids that never got to see their father. His girlfriend was pregnant. All his kids have done is to go to Greenfield and look at a headstone and visit their dad. And it didn't have to be this way. It was a stupid argument that could have been resolved if he ended up being shot in the head of rock at a young age. You know. And the sight that you had to see when you go to the hospital and see your kids slowly dying and blood running everywhere, you know, those you can't erase those memories. You will see them forever, you know. And for everybody here, you just gotta hold on to God's unchanging hand, and He will give us strength to get through. Because that's the only thing that has given me peace and sanity, is knowing that we will see Him one day again. So we just gotta hold on to God until we see Him again. Thank you.
Greetings to each and every one. Thank you, Life After Loss, Stephanie, and this amazing organization for doing the fine job that you do in remembering those that have been taken away from us. And I thank God for an organization like this where you can encourage and do what you do for so many families. Thank God for Moms Demand Action and all they do in all of the organizations. My nephew, Tyrenzo Brown, one of the candles and pictures that are up there, along with so many. Even if there was one picture up there, that's one too many. My nephew was 28 years old, and on September 27th, just a few days from now, I'll never forget in 2014 when I received a call that there was a shooting and I need to hurry up and get to this particular location. I ran and I told my brother what was going on and I jumped in the car and ran over. When I got there to see my sister screaming, to see her screaming, Tyrenzo, breathe, sitting in the ambulance, and seeing my niece and my other nephew crying, and seeing the whole community standing around shocked. Something that I will never forget, because my sister, in the midst of her going through, she was saying, James, it's gonna be okay. Tyrenzo, breathe. And it was just really a hurtful situation and a hurtful scene. And yet we all went to the hospital, and I'm not even sure, I think Stephanie probably beat us there, because Stephanie's like a sister to me, a big sister to me, and best friend to my sister. My sister was talking to her about when her son passed, and then a few months later, now she's talking to my sister about her son passing after the doctors came out and said there's nothing else that we can do. To hear those words is one of the most shocking things, and something that will never leave you. As a survivor, or uncle, to understand that, and so many others, and I see sister in Christ here, Sylvia, seeing her, to just know that people have to go through this over and over again. I've committed that, and yet my sister and my nephews, they still go through this pain every day, waking up, every day thinking and wishing, could it be different? If we could spend time back around, could we do something different? Could we be there to save them? But we thank God for the opportunity that He gave us with them. And the Bible says to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. And so I just say that I thank God for the 28 years that God gave me with my nephew. I wish I could turn time around. I wish I can go back and make my sister not have to experience this pain. I wish that I could go back where my nephew or my niece would not have to experience this pain, and so many other family members. And so my action is that I said that I'm going to stay committed to do everything I can. And with that, doing 3 gun buyback programs with the church. We got over 667 guns off the street doing gun buyback programs. And I'm also happy to be a member with one of the hardest working organizations. I'm a member of Moms Demand Action, as they go and advocate for policy change and different things to help eradicate things like this. So again, let us continue to keep the families in prayers, because the date and years go by, but the pain seems like it's just yesterday, just the hour that it just happened. So again, Stephanie, I love you, and to all of the families here, I continuously pray for each and every one of you that no one else have to join what we are going through and what we have to suffer with. But I pray that God just give us comfort to be able to keep going each and every day. So again, I love you all, and I continue to pray for Andre's children too. So again, thank you all. God bless you. And I see his baby girl right there, who had a nice, I think a poem at the last program I was at. So again, I love you all, and I will continue praying for each and every one of you, and I ask that you continue to pray for me. God bless.
Is there anyone else who would like to come up and speak? I have. Okay, I do have someone, but is there someone else who would like to speak? Is this?
Greetings, greetings. That's my brother Matthew. I lost my brother at 20 years old. It's hard when you don't see a sibling come back through the door when you grow up with them every day, you know. But one thing I could say is, you know, believe in something positive that, you know, the relatives might have left on your heart. Chase your dream. Don't give up. Only you see it. Go harder. I lost a friend, Quavis. You know, you just think about the positive things, you know, like, you know, the inspiration, the motivation, you know, for you to just keep going, you know, education, you know, you putting your life together, fixing yourself, staying positive, you know, thinking about the good things that they left on your soul, on your spirit, you know, and keep going, because we here and they live through us, so we got to keep them living, you know. That's it.
Is there anyone else? Please welcome legislator Scott Davis.
Good evening, everyone. I'm sorry that we have to be here tonight. This isn't something that we ever want to celebrate, but it is something that is a reality, and even more so now. I think it's very important that we all look inward and see what we can do to help abate gun violence. Demands Action is at the forefront of doing this work. And it's also important that we as individuals do this work. And quite often we have violence on young people, against young people, senseless violence. And it's important that we get to them. And we give them hope that they have a future and they don't just devolve into senseless violence among themselves. One of the things that I do as an attorney, I deal with youth on a daily basis, and I see the violence on a daily basis. And one of the things that I try to do is I talk to them. I don't just handle their case. I take the time to talk to them, and I talk to their families, and try to make them understand that their lives are worth something. And their lives are worth something by just taking a look in the mirror and challenging themselves to believe that they can get past where they are right now, and to see that their behavior and engaging in senseless violence is what I tell them, it's a dead-end street for many reasons. And it's not a question of if it becomes a problem, it's when it does. So, although I'm here tonight, and I wish that I wasn't here tonight, I also think it's important that we do have these nights to serve as a remnants of the senseless violence and to humanize the senseless tragedies that go on in our community. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Cherished Miller. I lost my son. He was 1 year old. This was in 2013. He was shot. He was killed while he was being pushed in a stroller by his father. Some guys didn't like him, they had an issue with him, and they saw him from across the street and they aimed at him and they killed my son. I was 20 years old, I was naive. I always was in school, but I had a boyfriend that just was in the streets and I didn't know no better. And he didn't really get a chance to spend time with his father that much. So our relationship was more so like I would just see him at night with the child and everything, and he spent time with him that way. So when that happened to him, prior to that, I kept telling him, like, you don't spend time with him, like you need to take him to the doctor, you need to do things with him. And that was actually his first time picking him up. The boys that did that to my son, he was caught the morning of his funeral. It was September 1st, 2013. So it just made 12 years and I'm still grieving. I still feel, I would say numb now. I was young at the time. I didn't really know how to feel. I went away to college right after because I wanted to get away from that neighborhood. It happened in Brownsville, Brooklyn. I had a lot of politicians on my side. I worked for New York City Council. They helped me, they, supported me, but I didn't know what I needed at the time, what to ask for, anything. My mother, she lived there the entire time I was in college, so every time I went home for break, I had to revisit the site where my son was killed. He was killed around the corner from my mother's house. I got in contact with Stephanie this year. Thank God. I've never been to anything like this. I've been to counseling and stuff, but I never really spoke about it in front of anybody. Like, that wasn't family. My heart goes out to everyone here that lost someone. I'm sorry. My only advice is that we gotta just stay busy. Just stay happy, pray, just try to keep their name alive. I tried in Brooklyn, so many events I kept up, but I stopped after a while because some girls from my neighborhood, they were like making fun of me, like, oh, anybody could give gifts out. Because in memory of him, I would go to different hospitals on Christmas. I'll give out gifts to kids that didn't have their parents around. Like, different things I did, they talked about. So I stopped doing a lot in memory of his name. But I just don't want to revisit Brooklyn, so I haven't been doing anything in his memory since I've been living in Long Island. But I'm grateful to be here, and thank you, God.
We should never feel that we can't share our pain. This is for the rest of our lives, losing that person. People have to realize it's something that we will never get over. You know, it's not something that you wake up and you just get over, no matter how much time goes by. But I always say we're not alone. You know, events like this brings families together where we're able to see that we're not alone, and it validates what we're going through. You know, sometimes you may feel, well, time has gone by, or people may say enough time that you shouldn't mention. I mention my son every day. 2014, I mention Andre every day. And the work that I do, being there for families and just having that compassion and empathy for families, for all survivors, because I am a survivor. So blessings to you and to all of you who endure this pain each and every day. I'm sorry, before I go on, is there anyone else who wanted to come up and speak? This is a safe space. If you want to just say their name, whatever, you know, I don't want to move forward and leave anyone out.
My name is Darren. Most recently lost my nephew, my sister's son. Years ago, I lost my god sister, and not too long after that, we lost a cousin. All the violence. I worked for Suffolk County Probation. I did a lot of work with juveniles. I'm actually about to retire next month. It's just, man, I get so angry because I have a great niece and nephew, a grand niece and nephew, who I struggle being around because I see their father. I got my god sister's son. He was a baby when she was murdered. See him, you know, he never got to know her, and I just get angry. And I'm sitting here listening to everyone's story, and I, you know, we realize, I mean, we've known this, but it hits a lot of different because somebody out there, Yolanda, grew up with us on the same block. I was like this with my older sister, and it's just, you know, we know what guns are doing to our communities and how this is being neglected, and it's so frustrating because a lot of it would be so avoidable. You know, we used to fight, you know, but now it's like cowboys out here, man. And it's scary. It's sad. I mean, and honestly, I don't even know what I came up here to say. I did have an idea, but just tired, man. I used to work with the juvenile. I should tell these kids, you have to think before you react, because that 1 second will change the rest of your life and the people around you who love you. You don't know the things that you did or do will not only affect you, it's going to affect everyone around you. This is the worst feeling right here, to lose a loved one and not be able to do anything about it to bring the person back. You know, he considered me his favorite uncle. And now, what bothers me the most, like I said, I can't even be around my grannies and every 2 months without getting angry, so I avoid them. Not in the sense where I don't have a relationship with them, but I feel like I could be doing a lot more. I should be doing a lot more, but I still struggle with it. Try counseling, you know. I will return, but why should I feel guilty? And they still haven't caught the person who murdered him. You know, it's just, I don't know, man. I thank you all for sharing your story, because you gave me the courage to come up here and share mine. And Brenda, you know I love you. I'll do anything for you. I'll do anything for them kids. You know, so when I say, I just feel like I know I need to be doing more, but I vow to do that once I retire. You know, we live far apart. I will be available. And that's it. Just, you know, sorry for everyone's loss. I understand the feeling, you know, and I just hope you can find a way to not have these, you know. That's,
this is a hard event, coming here and sharing the stories and hearing the pain of others, but it's a time for us to unite. I know you're wondering, the trees back there, I heard someone say it looked festive. Trees are symbolic to me. We're grieving. Back there represents, it's symbolic, it represents a willow tree and a tree of hearts. And if you didn't have an opportunity, at some point there are extra hearts back there. Add your loved one's name on the tree of hearts. You can write a message, you can just add their names. And I'm just going to read something, what I wrote about why that inspired me to put these trees up this year. So we have the willow and the tree of hearts. The willow bows low. It branches heavy with sorrow, weeping for the names we carry deep within. Each branch becomes a tear, each leaf a memory of the loved ones we love. But here stands another tree, the tree of hearts. It does not hold leaves that fade and fall. It carries hearts. Hearts with names, hearts with stories, hearts that beat with love long after life was taken. The willow teaches us to bend, but not break, to survive the storm, to drink from unseen waters of healing, to endure when the winds of grief tear at our soul. The tree of heart teaches us that love is eternal, that memory does not wither with the seasons, that even in loss our roots are intertwined, our branches linked, our hearts alive in the canopy above us. Together these trees speak. The willow whispers of sorrow and strength. The tree of heart answers with love and legacy. Together they remind us we do not grieve alone. We stand sheltered in remembrance, surrounded by names, stories, and love that will never die. They are not forgotten. They live on within us. They live on in the shade of the willow. They live on in the hearts upon the tree. Thank you. This time I want to do, we do a candlelight ceremony. I have 7 volunteers, 7 survivors back there who will come up. The words in the song may be a little touching. It's okay to shed tears. I cried the whole time that I listened to the song, but it resonated with me. Okay, so let me just...
The quiet.
This evening we light 7 candles, each carrying deep meaning for our journey together. The first candle. Stand by your candle. The second candle is for families. Third candle for justice. If you don't mind, if I can ask everyone to stand, if you can. Fourth candle is for healing. Fifth candle, community. Sixth candle for change. Our seventh and final candle is for love and legacy.
When the days feel rough, and I pray like you taught me, that's enough. Sometimes I break, but I stand tall too. Your strength lies now. All I do, we are dust, we are breath, we return to the sky. But love like yours, it never say goodbye. Me can't see you, but me know say they are still.
Candace.
Till we meet again, you'll be still with me.
They will say a few words and light their candle.
The first candle, we light this first candle in memory of all the lives stolen by senseless violence. Their names, faces, and legacies live on in our hearts.
Candle number 2 is for the families. We light this candle for mothers, fathers, grandparents, sons, daughters, sisters, brothers, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, spouses, partners, and other loved ones who carry the daily weight of grief. May this flame be a symbol of comfort, strength, and love.
The third candle is for justice. We light this candle for truth and justice, for accountability, fairness, and for the voices of survivors to be heard with dignity and respect.
Fourth candle is for healing. We light this candle for the journey of healing. Although grief is long well, lifelong, we walk together in compassion, seeking moments of peace, restoration, and hope.
The fifth candle is for the community. We light this candle to recognize the community that surrounds us, the friends, neighbors, clergy, law enforcement, advocates, assistant district attorneys, and organizations who stand with survivors to work to end violence.
The sixth candle is for change. We light this candle as a call for action, a promise that our loved ones will not be forgotten, and a commitment to create safer communities for generations to come.
Candle 7 is for love and legacy. We light this final candle in honor of everlasting love. Though our loved ones are no longer physically here, their legacy burns bright in our hearts. We say their names, we carry their stories, and we keep their light alive.
These candles are lit in memory, in honor, and with love.
If we can remain standing as I read the names, please forgive me if I enunciate anyone's name incorrectly. I'm going to do my best. And if at the end there was any names that we missed, we ask that you please call out your loved ones' names.
Also, as each name is read, if you will repeat the names, okay, after each name.
If you can repeat the names after each name is read. Junior Acosta. Brenda Alfaro Alacatara.
Brendan Alfaro Alacatara.
Michael Alguera.
Michael Alguera.
Jose Alvarado.
Jose Alvarado.
Jamie Alvarez.
Jamie Alvarez.
Eric Avalos.
Eric Avalos.
Justin Bagheera.
Justin Bagheera.
Raino Bailey,
Raino Bailey,
Carson Banks,
Carson Banks,
Andre Bell,
Andre Bell,
Troy Bell,
Troy Bell,
Jose Benitez,
Jose Benitez,
Arsenio Bermuda,
Arsenio Bermuda,
Mark Birthright Jr.,
Mark Birthright Jr.,
Ramel Blanco,
Mel Blanco,
Corey Bolden,
Corey Bolden,
Joseph Bowling,
Joseph Bowling,
Sean Boone,
Sean Bone,
Kenneth Brown,
Kenneth Brown,
Tyrenzo Brown,
Lorenzo Brown,
Robert Brown,
Robert Brown,
Terrence Brown,
Terrence Brown,
Carlo Calderon,
Carlos
Ricardo Cardona,
Ricardo Cardona,
Johnny Carroll,
Johnny Carroll,
DeAndre Carter,
DeAndre Carter,
Stanley Carter,
Stanley Carter,
Andre Chambers,
Andre Chambers,
Hector Chavez,
Hector Chavez,
Juan Chi Sion,
Juan Chi Sion,
Silas Cineros,
Silas Cineros,
Abakim Cochran,
Abakim Cochran,
Maurice Cooper,
Maurice Cooper,
Pedro Corvera,
Pedro Covera,
Shimona Crawford,
Shimona Crawford,
Lyrique Crawley,
Lyrique Crawley,
Rolando Cruz,
Rolando Cruz,
Kayla Cuevas,
Kayla Cuevas,
Javier Cueva,
Javier Hagal,
Talacia Quife,
Alicia
Cuffy, I apologize, Ernest Cummings Jr.,
Ernest Cummings Jr.,
Rashawn E. Caesar Cummings,
Rashawn E. Caesar Cummings,
Rashawn L. Cummings,
Rashawn L. Cummings,
Alex Day,
Alex Day,
Antoine DePass,
Antoine DePass,
Thomas Quentin DeQuam,
Thomas Quinton DeCon,
Jimmy Diamond Jr.,
Jimmy Diamond Jr.,
Marion Dixon,
Marion Dixon,
Nelson Enmaroda,
Nelson Emerald,
Naveen Espinal, Yavinel Fady,
Banal Fady,
Maria Flores,
Maria Flores,
Daniel Flowers,
Daniel Flowers,
Sean Footman Jr.,
Sean Footman Jr.,
Quavis Ford,
Davis Ford,
Jamie Garcia,
Jamie Garcia,
James Garcia,
James Garcia,
William Garcia,
William Garcia,
Andre Gary,
Andre Gary,
Evans Teddy Jermaine,
Evans Teddy Jermaine,
Akini Gibbs,
Akili Gibbs,
Matthew Gilreath,
Matthew Gilreath,
Henry Giraldo,
Henry Giraldo,
Evan Grabowski,
Evan Grabowski,
Andre Graydon,
Andre Braden,
Shakot Grayson,
Shakar Grayson,
Tavon Greenhill,
Savon Greenhill,
Terrence Greer,
Terrence Greer,
Amir Griffin,
Amir Griffin,
Edwin Guerrero, Josue Guzman,
Hosea Guzman,
Jordan Harris,
Jordan Harris,
Ryan Harris,
Ryan Harris,
Lawrence Hartman,
Lawrence Hartman,
Merrick Harvey,
Merrick Harvey,
Roberto Hercules,
Roberto Hercules,
David Hernandez,
David Hernandez,
Jose Hernandez,
Jose Hernandez,
Manuel Hernandez, Noel Hernandez, Olman Herrera, Antique Hennis,
Nancy Hennis,
Lasima Hogan, Stephen Hooks,
Stephen Hooks,
Oakpaul Hoskins, Henry Hembreet, Harold Humedy, Rafael Ignacio Cepeda,
Raphael Ignacio Cepeda,
Jonathan Isaac,
Jonathan Isaac,
Amarian Jackson,
Marion Jackson,
Shalik Jenkins,
Shalik Jenkins,
Roquez Willie Jimenez,
Russ Henry Jimenez,
Jaden Johnson,
Jaden Johnson,
Deja Joyner,
Deja Joyner,
Romero Jose,
Romero Jose,
Blair Pierce,
Blair Peters,
Desmond Kelly Jr.,
Desmond Kelly Jr.
Shannon Cottrell Day,
Shannon Cottrell Day.
Katora Knox,
Katora Knox.
Amelia LaGuerre,
Amelia LaGuerre.
Paul LaRue,
Paul LaGuerre.
Jeffrey Lee,
Jeffrey Lee.
Tyler Lewis,
Tyler Lewis.
Gary Lisman,
Gary Liston.
Sinclair Livingston Curtin,
Sinclair Livingston Curtin.
Albert Lomax,
Albert Lomax.
Ruben Madrid,
Ruben Madrid.
Jeannie McGuire,
Jeannie McGuire.
James Michael,
James Michael.
Rodriguez Maldonado,
Rodriguez Maldonado.
David Moreno,
David Moreno.
Gilberto Martinez,
Roberto Martinez.
Santos Martinez,
Santos Martinez.
Lamont Mater Turner,
Lamont Mater Turner.
Torrance May,
Lawrence May.
Michael McClanac,
Michael McLennan.
Tarak McClendon, LaDanielle McLeod, Gregory McCoy,
Gregory McCoy.
Bila McGraw,
Bila McGraw.
David McKenzie,
David McKenzie.
Scott Monroe,
Scott Monroe.
Nisa Mickens,
Lisa Miggins.
Kimberly Majette Collins,
Kimberly Majette Collins.
Kyle Midling,
Kyle Midden.
Scott Monroe Sterling,
Scott Monroe Sterling.
Evers Morales,
Evans Morales.
Kashid Morris,
Rashid Morris.
Kendrick Ali Morrow, Shanique Move,
Shanique Move.
Dennis Myers,
Dennis Myers.
Carrie Newkirk,
Marie Newkirk.
Christian Pagan,
Christian Pagan.
Priscilla Parks,
Priscilla Parks.
Antonio Patterson,
Antonio Patterson.
Gernomino Penna,
Genovina Penna.
Darius Peterson,
Darius Peterson.
Damian Pickney,
Damian Pickney.
Jerome Piper,
Jerome Piper.
Michael Prophet,
Michael Prophet.
Dante Quinones,
Dante Quinones.
Claudia Corte,
Claudia Jose.
Theodore Rayford,
Theodore Rayford.
Larry Ray,
Larry Ray.
Kobe Reed,
Kobe Reed.
Diane Reed Parker,
Diane Reed Parker.
Lynn Reichenbach Vanderhall,
Lynn Reichenbach Vanderhoff.
Trindade Reed,
Trindade Reed.
Jose Reyes,
Jose Reyes.
Melvin Reyes,
Melvin Reyes.
Lane Reyes,
Lane Reyes.
Jose Reyes Linez,
Jose Reyes. Lynette.
Maria Rodriguez,
Maria Rodriguez.
Evelyn Rodriguez,
Evelyn Rodriguez.
Nelson Rodriguez,
Nelson Rodriguez.
Quentin Rosenborough,
Vincent Rosenborough.
Keenan Russell,
Keenan Russell.
Benito Salazar,
Benito Salazar.
Kareem Sapp,
Kareem Sapp.
Sandra Lynn Mathis,
Sandra Lynn Mathis.
Andre Scott,
Andre Scott.
Vincent Shelton,
Vincent Shelton.
Tyree Shepard,
Tyree Shepard.
Irving Simmons,
Irving Simmons.
Janelle Simpson,
Janelle Simpson.
Thomas Maurice Sinclair,
Thomas Reed Sinclair.
Daniel Smith,
Daniel Smith.
Tyleek Smith,
Tyleek Smith.
Malik Stoddard,
Stoddard.
Sullivan Gerardo,
Sullivan Gerardo.
Leonard Thames,
Leonard Thames.
Ernest Thomas,
Ernest Thomas.
LeJeff Thomas,
Jeff Thomas.
Alvarado Herzon Torres,
Alvarado.
Jeffrey Tursdale Jr., Josiah Tucker,
Josiah Tucker.
Kevin Yukon,
Kevin Yukon.
Sean Usher,
Sean Usher.
Hector Valencia Gomez,
Hector Valencia Gomez.
Argueta Santos Valeriano, Marvin Valle,
Marvin Valle.
Jose Vallejo,
Jose Vallejo.
Josephus Vanabel, Melissa Vanderhall, Ismael Vasquez, Omar Vasquez, Toribio Velasquez,
Vladimir
Vladimir Valeda,
Vladimir Valea.
Leono Follis,
Leanna Follis,
Jonathan Wade,
Jonathan Wade,
Ricky Ward,
Ricky Ward,
James Warren,
James Warren,
Michael Watts,
Michael Watts,
Melvin Wells,
Melvin Wells,
Ahirik Williams,
Rick Williams,
Marshall Williams,
Marshall Williams,
Karan Williams,
Karan Williams,
Taisha Williams,
Taisha Williams,
Demetrius Winfield,
Demetrius Winfield,
Sedino Winston,
Fidel Winston,
Byron Whitaker,
Byron Whitaker,
Brianna Zarat.
Brianna Zarat.
Thank you. And all the countless names that we don't have on our list. Okay, I'm gonna let the candles burn until after Janine Dill gives us closing remarks.
Thank you all for being here tonight as we honor the lives of those who we have lost too soon to violence. Saying their names out loud is an act of remembrance, but it's also an act of resistance against forgetting, against silence, and against injustice. Each name we spoke carries a story, a life that was cut short, a family forever changed, a community left to grieve. But in remembering them together, we ensure their memory lives on, not as a statistic, but as a person, a life that mattered. Let today be a reminder that behind every act of violence is a ripple effect that touches countless lives. And let it also be a call to action, to advocate for justice, to support our survivors, and to build communities where every life is valued and protected. As we close this ceremony, may we carry their names in our hearts, on our lips, and in their legacies in all of our actions. I want to thank you for standing together in remembrance, solidarity, and hope. And on behalf of Life After Loss and Nassau County, including your county executive, Bruce A. Blakeman, we say their name in Nassau County today, but every day. I want to thank Life After Loss for being a light in the darkness. For so many here who are in this room, you help them to survive, you offer hope. We are forever grateful for your imprints, and we thank you for your legacy and what you do for Nassau County. So I wish you all peace and a wonderful night, and I thank you again for being here as a community.
I wanted to end a little early to give you a time to mingle, to meet each other. You know that you're not in this alone. There are some refreshments back there. This doesn't mean that you have to rush out. I would like to thank legislators Scott Davis, trustees Burrows and Whitaker, I'm sorry. And I'm sorry, Carter, for being here. Angela, thank you. It's good to put a face with the name. We have been going back and forth, setting up this event. I thank you for your time. And for all of you who took the time out to come here. I appreciate you, and I thank you. Please enjoy the refreshments back there. Take time to exchange numbers, get to know the person next to you, and thank you. Thanks again.